like maybe we could um what's the word? Maybe we could take benefit from that by selling merch and using that to fund. I don't know if other projects or just the treasury. But what do you think? Are there any ideas for like shirts or I have one.
Um, there are some ideas for merch, but not necessarily like T-shirts or shippables. Let's put them that way. Like at the moment, um, mostly like what I think like is a good expense at this point are like the pins um, that Anatech gives out at the conferences. But let me add this topic to the agenda and check in on it.
Okay.
Hi, welcome, Arim and Kobe. This is the weekly communications call.
Hello, everyone. I just onboarded last week, so I'm just checking in different working groups, and I'm so excited to be at communication. Actually, I come from a journalism communications background as well, so I'm excited to contribute.
Nice, thank you for coming today. Kobe, would you like to introduce yourself? Okay, it's fine. Feel free to speak up at any moment if you would like to contribute or have any questions. Um, all of the calls in the community are open. So yeah, welcome and thank you for being here. So what we usually do is we start with three questions in the communications call. First of all, intentions that you have. Um, Second, distractions, and something that we like to do in communications is just like make a recommendation of something that has been in our weekly playlist. It doesn't have to be music; it can be a podcast, it can be a TV show, or just any like cool content that you have checked out lately that you would like to share with the rest of the community. So maybe Irim started like with some of the intentions. So what would you like to complement with distractions and something that you would like to recommend? And feel free to pass it after you go.
Yes. So personal intentions, right? Just for the week. Um, yeah, for me, it's just to kind of get a feel of different working groups, especially with communications. See which parts of Twitter, video production, translations, see where I can be of use, and as a newbie, kind of understand how to take up tasks and people to reach out, and just kind of get a feel of all of that. And what was the second one? Distraction.
Yeah, just like sometimes we are like in difficult like situations or environments. So yeah, sometimes it's just like something to inform before we start the call.
Yes, I guess my main distraction right now, just trying to get onboarded onto a DAO, my first DAO. So there's obviously like so much to navigate. So my main distraction is kind of myself and how I organize myself in a day to, how much of my time I put into, learning about just like main things that makes TEC, like things like conviction modeling, what are like augmented bonding curves, like trying to get the technical parts of it, and plus just kind of like seeing reading through all the different working groups, etc. So my main distraction is, I guess, myself. I get overwhelmed and then I don't do anything. So that's that for me. So I just kind of have to put things in order. Um, but what else? And the third point was, sorry, I couldn't keep up. What's the third thing I should mention?
Just something that has been in your weekly playlist, like music or podcast or TV show. Just something that you'd like to recommend to the rest of us.
Oh yes. And again, this is a work week for me mainly. So I've been listening a lot of the ownership podcast, which ownership economy podcast, which I've been enjoying a lot. Actually, a lot of common stack folks talking there, and it's really great. I think to get a feel. They started doing a lot of episodes about like refi movements, talking about different projects like Collectiva, etc., impact DAOs, which I've been enjoying and kind of learning from a like for non-technical folks like me. I think it's great to get a feel of a lot of the concepts. And I want to pass it to Jean.
Thanks, Adam. So intentions would be to just get caught up on our tasks we might have set out for comms. Distractions would be my cat, as usual. My cat is desiring attention all day, every day. And podcast I've been listening to is Mint and Burn from RMIT. They have another episode coming up this week, so check out Mint and Burn. And I'll pass it to Manu.
Thank you, Gene. Yeah, the intention for me is to share with everyone the highlights and what we talked about on the marketing call, which was previous hour. Also to assist Chuy in his temporary offboarding. Um, as some of you might know, I'm gonna be functioning as the working coordination lead. So uh, it's really an assistant to all of you, at least to the ones who lead the teams, but also to contributors. So that's the intention. No distractions. I might keep eating because I'm eating all day, every day. And the what's been on my weekly playlist, uh, pretty much just like urban music, reggaeton, like the things. Yeah, you guys hear much cooler music than I do. I always steal the songs that you put on the DJ. So yeah, basic music, pop, Mexico. That's that, and I'll pass it to Juan Carlos.
Thanks, Manu. Chuy, are we wearing the same shirt? The T
Yes.
one? Man, we're bros. That's amazing. Um, yeah, I've been listening to the latest album of Drake. It's really good. And my intention with this call is to also invite you for today's Graviton training that Jeremy will be facilitating. So all of you are super invited. The call is in Zoom. So I shared the invite in the chat of this voice channel. And nothing, just supporting the comms teams and thanking Acid Laser always for the Twitter updates in the Graviton training. They're amazing. And I'll pass to who hasn't gone, Kobe.
Hello, Kobe. If you'd like to join us later, feel free to answer the welcoming questions, which are intentions, distractions, and something in your weekly playlist. But what if for now we pass it to Acid Laser? And I think Acid Laser and Septimus are left.
Yes,
And
questions for this call. It's just to sing with you guys. I think there are many updates for this week call. Also for notifying you if you don't know that I'll be covering Chuy by in the stewardship while he's on temporary offboarding, and everything you need you can catch up with me and Manu, so I can help you in many ways. And in my playlist, I have listened a lot to a Mexican band called Los Flacos from Guadalajara. They are very good. I will post some songs in the chat. And I'll pass it to Septi.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, my intention is just hear around, see what the updates, distractions. I'm washing dishes, cooking food, and playlist. I yeah, I would say the same. It's because I always hear the same things, and I do not watch shows lately. But check out Demon Slayer. It's a good anime. Yeah, I'll pass it to you, Chuy.
Thank you, Septi. Yes, sorry about that. My laptop has been very, very laggy these last couple of weeks. It's almost 10 years old, but yeah, still kicking. Okay. So what about me? Intentions? Yeah, pretty much same as what Acid Laser mentioned. I would like to cover some of my offboarding process and distractions. I don't think I have any distractions today. I mean, we are like 3 days away from starting the tour, so we are very, very like nervous. Uh, yeah, we're distracted with that most of the time, just like the small details, um like some of the planning. But yeah, we're very, very excited. We've been covering some of the topics around the tour as a project, and how we can benefit the token engineering community as it is. Uh, so yeah, I'm heavily distracted by that, and I might come back to this subject at some point in this call. Uh, and well, about the weekly playlist, I've been I've been listening. I've been listening to a band called Leclerc, which is like one of the last vinyls that I bought. It's very, very good, and also I got like a more classic one. I got Rick James's like Street Songs album. I found that on vinyl, so I've been listening to it like almost nonstop. So yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to check that album out. Street Songs by Rick James. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the first agenda topic, which is my temporary offboarding. Just as a general reminder, like there is a really, really good forum post by Juanca covering what are some of the offboarding steps whenever you need to take a time off from the organization. I mean, this is like let's say, like the process we live by in the TEC, but I feel that it applies to pretty much any organization. I feel that it's a very like fair process. So in this case, I'm leaving because of the tour, the side project. But I'm gonna be covering like in a passive way. However, there are like some expectations out of my duties and responsibilities that I'm gonna be delegating to Manu and Acid Laser. So yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna be notifying in the forum as well, and tagging Acid Laser and Manu, and describing some of the duties that I'm gonna be delegating to them. Um, I already submitted my Gravity forum informing Gravity about this, and there is a stewards call right after this one where I'm gonna be notifying the rest of the stewards. So the dates pretty much are gonna be July 14th to August 23rd. I think that you can expect me in the Monday calls and also in the Tuesday calls. But yeah, other than that, I think it's gonna be a little bit tough. So yeah, please let me know if you need my support or assistance in any way. As I mentioned, my role is going to be a little bit more passive. Like the calls are going to be facilitated pretty much by Acid Laser and Manu, uh, and just like the different team contributors around each team. So um, So yeah, please let me know if there's anything that you would like to get in my radar. And also, like trying to inform me, I'm not gonna be like as I said, I'm not gonna be 100% detached from the community. Uh, I'm also going to be mentioning the T fundamentals course a lot during the tour and trying to get this involved and trying to get people to sign up for this because as we've been talking about, especially around the stewards calls and during communications, in the longer term, the only thing that can help our community like grow and scale like we need it to be is by just like growing and amplifying the token engineer community. So this is like in the longer term our strongest like intention right now, and this is how we're gonna be, like helping out and as also like since if you've been in these calls before, you know that there are a lot of contributors in Mexico that are based in Mexico, the country. So not Mexico City, but you know that there are many communities that are spread in different cities. So we are trying to engage with them before Ethereum Mexico and try to attract like different hackers to join in and try to like keep close, keep like all of these newcomers like close to our community in token engineering commons as well. So yeah, if there are any like efforts that you think could like fit or just like be developed in a parallel way as like all of this, please DM us and let us know if you have any ideas for helping to the community to grow in a more longer term, with also a lot of diversity, as much diversity as possible. So this project is going to take pretty much from July 14th to August 12th mainly. But right the week after that, um, we're gonna be having Ethereum Mexico, something that I'm also very heavily involved in. So I'm also asking for this extra week as well to focus on this. And if more contributors end up coming, we'll mostly pretty much like treat it as like another conference. Like things were a little bit slow last week because of Barcelona, so I guess if things slow down around Ethereum Mexico, it's another way of saying that we are doing it well, I guess. So yeah, hopefully we'll have more growth around this event in the community itself. So are there any questions around like some of this offboarding process and the time that I'm going to be taking off? Especially from transparency. Okay.
No,
That's
not really. Actually, are
okay.
you burning this year?
Um, I'm trying to like I really want to, but I'm just like so lost in the process, and also like I don't have a ticket, and
Yeah.
yeah, like
Me
it's
neither,
like
but I'm coming.
huh?
I don't have
I'm sorry.
any. Yeah, we can talk later. Yeah, I don't want
Okay,
to
okay,
distract people. Yeah,
okay,
but yeah, I think like if you follow in gravity process, it looks like the natural way.
okay. Yeah, and I mean, hopefully I can I can join the burn, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Just like um, just like because there's like so much like going on. Um, I'm trying to, but as I said, I'm a little bit lost. So if there are any updates around that, I'll be notifying the rest of the community as soon as possible. So yeah, hopefully it just sounds really good. Just like to completely detached after like many weeks of like hard work and doing something like radical like Burning. I mean, I don't know what to expect of Burning Man, but I guess it's like just radical going to the desert and be there with a bunch of people. Uh, okay, so next agenda topic, the proposal inverter article. Please, help us. Please help us out with like trying to spread this information. It's one of the projects that we feel is going to bring a lot of value to the TEC. So yes, some of you know Mert and I worked in this article, and we would appreciate your feedback and yeah, all of like that Web2 logic that sharing is caring, not profit for Big Five. But okay, much appreciated. Thank you. Uh, Merch ideas. Let's talk about merch ideas. As I was saying, the T Academy team, especially because Anna taken her regular attendance to Ethereum events, um, she has been passing around like these like little pins that I feel that have brought like a lot of like people in, and it's like really nice to have this presence in conferences. Um, so of course Ethereum Mexico won't be the exception, but we feel that right now because of the current situation, sometimes t-shirts get more expensive. And I don't feel that it's just like don't get me wrong, like I feel that we have great designers like in the TEC, but I don't feel that, you know, like, and we do have cool design, but just I don't know how to I don't know how to say this like properly, but you know, like we haven't gone like the Giveth way. Giveth has really cool merch. You know, like they have really cool designs and in because it's cool. You know, like they're a donation platform and they're cool. And making the TEC cool has been a battle uphill that I feel has found its way, but I don't feel that we're there yet. You know, like to the point where we can maybe like start selling merch as a source of revenue. Um, but I might be like wrong with this opinion. So yeah, that's why. I mean, right now we're doing merch. I know that in Mexico City you can get like mostly better prices that you can get like a you know, like international manufacturing. So let's say that we get like 100 or like a 200 shirts made. We're talking about somewhere between like 15,000 pesos, which is like, how much is it? Like 700
Seven.
yeah, like $750. So somewhere around that. So, um, like it's not like that much money to get them made, but I feel that we would need just like so much capacity, like doing efforts for getting them sold, and you know, like positioning them where we want to position them. I don't know, maybe like a Meta Factory partnership would be a better idea, you know, because I feel that Meta Factory is a cool way to like legitimize really cool designs. But I like don't think that we are at like a point where it would be something like some value that we would be seeing back, you know, like with t-shirts. But I'll open it up for everyone and see what's like a general temperature check on this, and I don't know, maybe we can get some feedback from some of you. So, Manu, you want to go first since you brought it up.
Yeah, it caught me there mid eating some toasted bread with jelly. But yeah, I was just thinking of pretty simply just that I mean, I love wearing like Web3 or crypto related shirts. I don't have a lot. Um, the one I got from Common Stack, it shrinked when I put it on when I dried it. So I was thinking just about doing like my own designs and like just finding someone here locally so I could just have like a shirt. So it was just like, okay, like we all like representing uh, the companies that we like and the culture. So I'm sure if we came up with some, I don't know, because it could be. I feel like so far there could be the shirts have been mostly like logos or it's been mostly like graphic, like visual. I haven't seen that many like shirts that are like some phrases or something, you know, something. So I could brainstorm something with acid laser and get some like 3 ideas and then pick the best one or like put it up for vote. But the idea also was we're creating some media assets or some cultural. So to give some context and I guess preparing also for the brief that I'll give for the marketing team, the initiatives that we're currently having from marketing, besides the newsletter that goes out every 2 weeks, they all revolve around trying to create content that has the potential to go viral, right? Because we have a lot of content that is technical, that is inviting people to sessions or to courses, and they are those things that advance our mission, and it's what we're here for. But we're competing against other things that are more entertainment based or things that are not as technical or geared to academics or researchers or so. What I'm thinking of what we're doing in marketing is more like a spoken word video, which is just like a performance art that is just with the topics that the ideology that we all espouse, so that when people are scrolling through their feed, they can see, you know, a video of someone, you know, performing something, and then that can lead them to click on the link, go to our website, and hopefully convert some of the wrapped text into TC, which in the end, the finality is the same, to advanced tokeneering, to bring buy pressure into the token. So that's one. We're gonna record that the weekend with Chuy, and then another one is a song that I'm making that will also get produced. I don't want it to be. It's not about my song, so I'm trying to like make it so that it's something sort of like a hymn or something for the larger culture within crypto, which is very iconic. We have a very like crystallized type of culture, but I don't see a lot of like songs that are perhaps that away from, you know, the typical you know, trading or you know, buy at 1 and sell at 100 type of thing. So anyway, I'm going way beyond what you asked me, Chuy. But what I was saying that because we're creating this type of content that has the potential to go viral. I don't know if it will, but it could. That's the thing. Whereas a talk about bonding curves is not going to go viral, but one of these videos might go viral, at least within the ecosystem of that, of, you know, the DAOs that surround us, right? So that's what we're trying to do. And if that happens, then all the better if we have some merch for people to buy, if they actually buy into the ideology that we are basically presenting, right? So again, it's yeah, the bridge before the chorus needs to explain what a bonding curve is. Yeah, so
Quick note so I don't forget. Sorry if that distracted you.
no, that's fine. Yeah, so the other thing would be, the idea behind it was we have there's a ton of conferences, crypto conferences all over the world, but I don't see like an artist that is specifically, you know, oh, there's going to be this conference, there's going to be this after party, you know, this person is going to play like sort of like a Web3 native artists, right? And maybe there are, and I don't know. I don't know if you know of any. Please share that with me. But what I'm trying to
Cedra,
say is, sorry.
Cedra, yeah, Cedra, but she's kind of like underground. She's like from Chihuahua, but you would never guess that like she performs at like MCon and like all of these like interesting events. Yeah, she's like a Mexican DJ. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Definitely
I'd like to think of Cedra as what you're describing.
share that with me. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is this is like it's an entertainment initiative because people love having fun and they don't mind spending as much money on having fun as they might for education or learning or some other thing. When you're having fun, maybe you're tipsy, maybe you're already like you're already like on a combo from having fun all day and you want to keep having fun. So why don't we leverage these type of things towards advancing token engineering, right? So it's just an idea, and merch is just a part of it. Where I'm trying to create some type of cultural movement around token engineering and make it more easy to digest than the technical aspect of it. So I don't know if dumb it down is the right approach, but make it more make it easier to be digested. I would say, and by doing that through like performance art, by like a poem in a video or like a song. So things like that that again have the potential to go viral. Merch is just something that we can stack on top of that because it's the cultural movement that I'm trying to create, which in the end the finality is to grow our user base or to grow the people that actually have our tokens and that interact with our bonding curve directly, buying our tokens directly from us instead of from secondary market. But and then maybe do something with all those entertainment assets or media assets that we have there. Maybe or for the merch, maybe token gated merch. I don't know, but again, it's all about increasing the utility of the coin. And while we're building that takes time. Why not create some type of vibe around what we're trying to do? Because the technical side, the engineering aspect, the classes, even with gravity, with teaching people how to become conflict mediations, that's already like that's solid. That's already historically, or it's been done. So I'm trying to grow also the part that is more the media, the entertainment aspect of it, the more fun part that maybe when we meet or that can be, uh, exported or used on other conferences. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Hopefully that was clear, but that's sort of like the whole, that's the frame that's the frame that contextualizes the initiatives that I'm bringing in marketing, because we're not going with advertising, right? We're going with generating content that is creative in a way. So it has to be this entertainment aspect of it. So anyway, sorry, back to you, Chuy.
Thank you, Manu. Irem, I think you were trying to. I mean, I saw that you unmuted before Manu started. So, is there anything that you would like to add?
No, it was a mistake. Sorry. I think, yeah, exploring this idea of merch is interesting. And yeah, any way that we can raise awareness on our token and on our project is cool.
Okay. I'm gonna move on to some of the status updates for the teams. So the T Academy team has a proposal up in the garden. If you would like to support it, please make sure you vote. And if you would like to read more information about it, it's available in the forum. So, quick context: we need to refill the multi-sig for this team, but this time we want to include like a light merchandise budget as well as some support in design by Efra. So yeah, that's for T Academy. Twitter planning is reviewing the next T Stars thread with Sargam, but we haven't heard back from him, so we know he's super busy, but we'll try to put this together as soon as possible. The main TEC campaign, same thing, like we're trying to like see where we can sum efforts with the marketing team. In the Twitter bio, like I've been trying to reach out to Stefan, our advisor for Twitter growth, but I haven't been able to book like a call with him because I think he lives in Shanghai or something like that. So it's like super late for him and super early for me. But once in a while we figure it out. But we haven't been able to sort out like a schedule for this call. So yeah, this is why we are delaying it a little bit. But from the advance that I already sent him, he was very pleased to see that we are getting much closer to this. So hopefully I can have this ready by the end of this week before I off board, so that Acid Laser can jump right at implementing it. And yeah, see if we can like ramp up some of the numbers right before we begin this transition, to have like some like cover, like, and some room to still grow while we are experimenting with different delegations. Okay, so animation and video production. We are working on the sound design, taking the first steps, like gathering some libraries. We are very happy because Miguel joined the team since Mario has been traveling for the past months, and he wasn't able to make it in a more regular way. So if you'd like to see some advances on the quantification animated tutorial, make sure you check out the animation and video production thread under the comms text channel. John Jonas posted it, I think last week. Yeah, I think like six days ago. And if you're interested in seeing like regular updates for this tutorial, make sure you join the reward system working group call, which is on Wednesdays. So yeah, hopefully we can have this ready within the next month. But yeah, definitely like taking some exciting steps towards a finished product. Translations. Oh boy. Oh god. So translations haven't really been working like optimally. Not because we have bad translations quality. On the contrary, like I feel that translations are great, but project management around translations has failed to integrate with the culture in our community and to engage with the community and to have presence in a more cultural way. It's not about just delivering and charging the DAO and just like working async. As you may have noticed, there are many things that are different in our community and in the TEC. And this cultural integration has importance. It's not that people have to be like restricted like to like a behavior or that there are like rules to approach or belong to the community. Like on the contrary, I feel that the TEC is like a radically inclusive community. However, there is a certain accountability that needs to be attached to the way we deliver results to community members. And translations, it's been like no secret that we have struggled with this in the past. And it came down to the point where I just, as a steward, didn't feel that we were heading anywhere. Uh, and as we see the delivery of the first phase of this proposal, and after having gone through many, many difficulties and gravity and gravity processes, I feel that we reached a point where we need to just have a stronger hand with this. And I am making myself 100% responsible for taking this decision. And at the same time, I would like to open it up for looking for contributors. So, Irem, I know that you were looking to contribute to translations. Right now, we are trying to, let's say, transition to NT handling project management and finishing this first phase of the proposal. So there is this document called Translations V2, where pretty much is like the blueprint for the translations proposal. So I'm gonna be copying. No, wait. Let me, just so that I don't lose control over this. I'm gonna be copying a link as commenters to the agenda, and it's gonna be under moving forward. So if you want to check the status of this, and you're interested in any way of contributing to this, you're more than welcome to check it out and to reach out to Enti. And also, if you want to see like some of the current work in translations, you can have you can take a look at the mirror and also the D workspace as well. Let me add that here. Oh no, wait, this is marketing. Sorry, my bad. Let me include the right link. Wait, okay, this is non-responsive. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll post it in the agenda as soon as possible. So yeah, this is pretty much like the status of what translations is going through. So yeah, I'll make sure to like finish this process in the best shape possible for the rest of the community. Marketing. We have the Minty C campaign. We just like had a brainstorming session in the last couple of calls. So if you'd like to join these efforts, make sure you join the marketing call. And Manu, I don't know if you have any updates that you'd like to take over.
Yeah, I already took a bunch of time explaining, so I'll really just do a recap. Really, the Mean TC campaign, we're not going with traditional advertising per se, but more like a growth hacking approach where we try to find novel ways of engaging people through Twitter, maybe through the newsletter. Although, like, there's a limit to what we can do in terms of people clicking on the newsletter. It's more like informative, and the people who want to know what has been happening for the past 2 weeks and what current proposals are up for vote and things like that, they usually click. Also, like I mentioned, they click on Dune Analytics a lot when I send out the newsletter. So people that maybe want to get more into the weeds of what's happening go through the newsletter. But in terms of the broader Mean TC campaign, like I mentioned, it's creating content, creating media that has the opportunity to resonate culturally with within the ecosystem. So again, doing a spoken word video that's going to go on Twitter. Gitcoin has requested one from us, and we're going to do it through the animation video production. They requested it from me, but I'm going to double down by presenting them a proposal of what we can do if we not only take if we take the poem that they requested from me and use that as a script for a video. Common Stack has already also requested one, so it has the opportunity to become this like sort of like cultural effort that defines the ideology of what we're trying to do, which is already defined within the crypto punk, solar punk, crypto anarchist type of mentality that we all have. But it's always nice to have more art that speaks on that. So again, creating content media that has the capacity to become viral, so that people can get inspired and interested, curious to know more about token engineering, away from the technical aspect. Well, the art it really serves the purpose of getting people into the more technical aspect of getting them to understand that an augmented bonding curve is used to create sustainable funding. It's a type of smart contract. It goes into a reserve pool, in a funding pool, etc. Like all of that. But that's really not going to engage if you explain it like that. Whereas if you frame it in the context of something more emotional and vivid, like could be a poem or even a song, again, it could engage more. So that's what I'm trying to do with the Mint TC campaign. The merch, I briefly touched on that because when we are successful, I don't want to say if, when we are successful, hopefully people will buy our merch, right? So it's something that at least, thinking about the designs, we have a great designer here, Acid Laser, which was blessed by having the same name as myself. And so, yeah, so that's part of the Mint TC campaign. Also, going on to podcast and explaining to people what token engineering is in a more informal type of way. More just talking you and I what token engineering is and what it can do for disintermediating power and for governance and for financing of purpose-driven communities. So we already have two podcasts set up. One is with Espacio Crypto. That a date has yet to be scheduled for that. But I have one with One High Radio for this Thursday. Both of those are in Spanish, by the way. But again, as part of the Mint TC campaign, going into podcasts, talking about what the Token Engineering Commons is doing, and with obviously the call to action of, hey, if you want to support us, you Mint TC, you buy directly from our bonding curve through the convert.tcommons.org app, right? So that's what I'm doing with the Mint TC campaign. Again, open to suggestions. This is a very, very horizontal type of leadership that we espouse here in this commons. So I already know Juanca, Septi, Acelaser, and Chuy, and Jean working very closely. But if Iram and Kobe have any suggestions, maybe you have a background in communications or marketing, public relations, or lead generation, or any type of thing that could work, then by all means message me, and I can see how I incorporate that into the broader Mint TC campaign. But that's pretty much that's it for me, Chuy. Back to you.
I have a quick question, and thank you for that, Armando. So how does the brainstorming process usually works? I mean, the weekly meetings, and I now just realized team has different meetings. So one for marketing and Twitter, and then is there like other documents and platforms where you do your like brainstorming and you add on ideas and then discuss? Like, do we talk within the communications working group channel, or how does it work, or do we just text you? So I'm still navigating Discord. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, sure. So we mainly we use Discord for these type of things. So either DM or through the thread. Within the comms, you know, in the left column here of the TC server, there are, of course, threads, and there's one that is beneath the one that says comms. In the category that says working group text, there's the first one is comms, and comms is divided into the 5 teams, right? Which are animation, video production, translations team, T Academy team, marketing team, Twitter planning team. So people coordinate through there. Ideally, you attend the call. We have a lot of the calls are recorded, and they're archived on the YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So you can, if you miss a call, you can watch it there. However, for the individual teams, which is like the organs of the comms working group body, the teams are like the organs, right? So animation, video production, translation, T Academy, marketing, and Twitter planning. Those are not recorded. So I would really invite you to attend. They're mostly on Mondays. 4 of them are Mondays, and one for marketing is before this one. So 1 hour before comms. So when marketing ends, comms starts, basically. And yeah, other than that, it's really about DMing people through Discord. Again, we're active on Telegram as well, but because all the work is here on the threads and people share links, and they also share the links to the agenda. You know, we have a link. We take notes during the calls, right? So people attend the calls, and there's an agenda, and it's really just crowdsourcing ideas. We put them out on the agenda. We follow a structure of what the agenda is, but people are welcome to write beneath the bullet points of the agenda. It's radically open source, right? So the Google Docs are open to everyone. You can write your ideas there, or you can comment on their ideas that other people are writing. And it's really, you know, something that is a big difference from, I guess, your traditional corporate structure is over here. It's really about initiative. You know, it's really about initiative and self-leadership, right? It's about, I have this idea, you know, okay, I want to start developing it. And if you ask people how to do it, everyone's got a lot on their plate. So they'll help you, they'll point you on the way, but it's implied that you're going to walk that way yourself. And again, I was an onboarding guide, so I can do a proper onboarding with you, in which I explain you how we use GitHub to create the issues, and within the issues we tag people. There's accountability for the person who gets tagged, and who is expected to complete that issue within a certain amount of time, and also to provide updates for that issue. So that's the project management side of it. We also use the Scrum Agile methodology, right? So we divide our work in sprints of 2 weeks, right? So every two weeks, we go over a sprint retrospective, which we go over the things that we did well, the things that could have gone better, and the actions that we're taking to improve those. And then on the next day, we do a sprint time, where everyone sort of like works on this Kanban boards of SendHub, which is just an interface for GitHub. And everyone, all the different stewards for all the different work. One guy is the steward for Gravity.
Sorry, I think you're unmuted.
Yeah. Septi is the steward for transparency. Chuy is the steward for comms. And everyone goes over the issues that they have and how they're working on. So that's like a broad level overview. But in terms of you as a contributor, you really message the either the steward or the other contributors. With the steward might be too busy, or they might be in Barcelona, you know, networking. But it's really just about messaging other people. And I'm a guide, so I can point you on the right way. Although if you want to work on comms, and if you don't work within translations, then you message Chanti. If you want to work within marketing, you message me. If you want to work within Twitter planning, you message Asset Laser, which is in this call as well. Also, if you don't work in animation video production, you message Asset Laser as well, because he's an octopus like that. And so that's sort of like kind of how it works. Hopefully, did I answer your question?
Yes, was so helpful. Yeah, I'll start my DMs. Major vibes. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and also, Iram, feel free to, as Manu mentioned, feel free to add any agenda topics that you'd like to discuss at any like particular meeting. If you go to the comms agenda, like there are links to every agenda for the Teams calls. So feel free to throw there anything that you would like to bring up. And we usually use the same agenda to brainstorm and just like add some comments there. So yeah, you're welcome to try it out if you'd like to contribute with something.
Got it. Thanks so much.
Do you have the link to the calendar, Iram?
Yes, I added all the calls to my calendar. I have those. But I wasn't sure what team was, so TEAM, and now I know. It's just different parts of the comms group. So now I got it. So I'll join the call.
Yeah, it stands for, fun fact, it stands for Token Engineering Amplify Messengers. But they are,
Nice.
in and of themselves, they are groups within the comms working group. They are teams within the comms working group. And eventually the idea is for the comms working group to become its own DAO, right? To sort of like branch out from the TC and also keep, providing services to the TC, but also to other DAOs out there, and be self-sustainable in that sense. So that's why the comms working group was further divided, decentralized, if you will, into the 5 teams. But yeah, that's that. Back to you, Chuy. Almost at the end of the call.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the call here. Thanks everyone for attending, and yeah, I'll see you during the rest of the week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.